that was scary. I think I am live now. I don't know why they change everything on social media. First, you have to edit it to be horizontal one way, then all of a sudden it's gone and you have to find it somewhere else. Whew, y'all know the struggle is real. But anyways, my name is Colleen Magnus, and today you are creating with Colleen. It is July 10th, and I come to you live every Wednesday at noon Eastern time here on YouTube so that you can take a break in the middle of the week, the middle of the day. Just relax and watch me create. I always have fun when you are all in the stamp room, so let me boot up, make sure I am live, make sure I am vertical, horizontal. It's crazy the way they change things. And actually, all that made me a little warm. Let me hit my thermostat and cool it down a little bit. It is hot here in Virginia. Won't complain because I'm not in Arizona, but it has been, the temps have been up like in the 90s, but of course that gives a real feel of over 100. And we just have that humidity. The humidity just sucks the life out of you. So that's what I did love about the West Coast when I was out there though. When we used to go to Utah, it could be, well, in the 90s, you could have on a sleeveless shirt, pair of crop pants, and it was gorgeous because you had a breeze and no humidity. Really, really, really makes a difference. So anyways, here we are, and I thank God for that. So we are going to roll today. We are going to make a really fun card. You know, I do special folds on Wednesdays, so I really like to do that. And this is a really fun special fold because we used to do it one way where you had to do a lot of cutting. Well, as life and everything in life should be simplified. I'm going to show you a much easier way, but to get the same look. So I will greet everybody in just a minute, but quick update, and I'll make it quick. Danny's back. Good days, bad days. Don't have the floor down yet, but the room is painted. Oh, thankful for that. And my mom went to the doctor. She went to the orthopedic. She does have a small fracture at the bottom of her knee, but no physical therapy, no surgery. So she is one happy camper. Just going to take time, and hopefully no more than a month. But she has her sister coming in from Arizona. So we have to keep the temperatures like above 75 degrees, otherwise she's freezing. But she is coming in next Tuesday, and they're just like two peas in a pod. They love being together. They talk every single day. So I really think that's going to be the best therapy for her, and that leg's going to heal quick. So anyways, let's turn this camera down and get started, and I'll show you what we are making because it's fun. Today I'm also going to be sharing some samples with you. Let me see. And the samples I'm sharing are from our online exclusives. And those of you, hopefully you know, it's something a little bit new, but not too new, that Stampin' Up! Is done. We have a tangible catalog that comes out once a year and lasts for the whole year. The end of April through, it actually starts May 1st. It'll end April of 2025. But then we also have 2 mini catalogs. Our next mini catalog will be coming out from September through December. They are always amazing. And then Stampin' Up! Has what we call our online exclusive products. So you can only see them online, but if you go to my creatingwithcolleen.com and hit online exclusive products, you're going to see them. Well, they just released a bunch of wonderful products at the beginning of the month. So I get together with my team, and we do an in-person meeting every month, but we stream it on Facebook. So if you are somewhere else, you can still join us. And then every other month we swap, and every other month on the off months we stamp. So this past Monday, it's always the second Monday of the month. This past Monday, we went ahead and did a swap, and we did featured kits or online exclusive products. And I have the most talented team. I know, I'm a little biased there, but I just love them. I love their creativity, and we just have fun together. So if you ever want to have a fun place to stamp, let me know, because I'd love to add you to my stamping family. And then, of course, every month we stamp together on Zoom. It's a mystery stamping. I give them the measurements. They come with their pieces cut, and we create together. So lots of fun. So let me see who is here today. Hello. Hello, Melinda from West Virginia. Oh my goodness, recovering from hip replacement surgery. I hope that goes well for you. Lynn, one of my dear friends and customers, she just had that done not too long ago and did amazing. And I have another dear customer who's going to have it done in September. So I wish you great success in healing with that, and that you feel better than ever before. and Christine from upstate New York. Hey there. And Jody from Ohio. My dear Evelyn from Germany. She can't join today, but she's going to watch the replay. Thank you, Evelyn. I love having you in the stamp room and even just, just watch your name pop up. But thank you for letting me know. I'd be wondering where you are and if you were okay. Hello, Miss Kay from home. Kay is not camping today. I'm sure she's probably leaving this weekend. But hello, Kay. I'm glad you are here. And Patty, hello. Mary from Indiana and Gwen. Thank you all for being here. So I'm going to show you what we're going to make real quick. But then I want to show you these swaps that we got because it'll really introduce you to some of the online exclusive products. So this is one that came out a little while ago. And this is called a Little Latte. So if you love your coffee, it's great. So this is it created as a regular card, which is, wonderful. Just simple card with your card base on the top. But I took this section and then I put it in a card like this. And it opens up, it stands like that. And then you write on the back. So this is what I'm actually going to show you to make today, how to make. But just keep in mind, this is the exact same size as this. It's the same card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5, but with a little bit of scoring and folding, you have an entirely different look. So we'll get to that in a minute, but I did want to share with you some of the new online exclusive products. So this card was created by Debbie Wilson. Debbie Wilson is my dear sweet friend. She was actually my second recruit. Oh my goodness, 20 years ago, over 20 years ago. And Debbie's been in and out a couple times. My door is always open to her, and she created this card. And this is one of the new suites for the online exclusive. It's called Iconic Imagery Suite, and that is her card. And I think she did a wonderful job. But it's great because with this suite, it's multi-seasonal. So of course she featured, I would say celebrate, peace and joy. So probably more Christmas. It could also be New Year's. But when I say multi-seasonal, again, it could be fall. They had some pumpkin designer paper in there. And you have a 6x6 pack of designer series paper, embellishments, ribbon, and then of course the dies and the stamp set with the bundle. So this here is a sample from the Iconic Imagery Suite. You find a place to put these. Okay, next, and this, oh my goodness, I'm trying not to get, but I think I just need it. This is called Changing Leaves Bundle. And this was made by Joyce. And so with this here, Joyce Godbold is another dear friend and part of my Stampin' family. And I love her work. She's amazing. But this here, this features actually a little bit of both. It's really the Changing Leaves Bundle, which that is cool because it's a 3D hybrid embossing folder. Now we have used that not too long ago. You could see it on one of my previous videos, but you actually can cut and emboss at the same time. So this is the folder, just used as a folder. I don't know if you could see that. But you also have like this big leaf that will cut and emboss. It's really, really cool. You probably will see it because I probably will get it. And then of course, this is using some of the Season of Green and Gold designer series paper. So Joyce, beautiful card as always. Then we have Bren Styrens. She is in my Stampin' family and is just a sweetheart. She's in North Carolina and part of our team. And she has created so many cards with this Changing Leaves bundle. And what's nice is we have a team Facebook page. So whenever they create anything, they put it on there. So you get a lot of inspiration from there. But Bren, this was just beautiful. And this is using that basic beige. And see how this is a piece here that cuts and embosses at the same time. So this is when you use it as a 3D hybrid embossing folder with the die and the folder together. This is when you just emboss the folder. Very, very versatile. And a little stamp on the inside. So beautiful card, Bren. I think I'm going to try to put this on the left every single time instead of the right, but I have other things over here that I just got to try to keep a little organization in the table. Now this is really cute. This is called Filled with Cheer. Who is this created by? Lenore Whitehead. So Lenore did this. Lenore is sweet. She comes all the way from Newport News to Chesapeake and just brings so much to the meeting. just a wonderful person who would do anything for anybody. And so Lenore Whitehead, and then she brings Sarah O'Neill, who is just as sweet as she could be. So here you have the Filled with Cheer stamp set, and you've got this little melty snowman, which is adorable, and then a whole other thing. So it's just the stamp set, but really, really cute. Now here is one. This was another one created by Joyce Godbold. And again, this is using the Season of Green and Gold collection. So in this collection, you have two bundles. One features more greenery. The other one features more the words. Both have dies. Of course, one cuts a lot of the greenery. You could see the pieces down here. And then the other one is great. It's like a label die that you can put so many words in. Not just what it comes with, but also any of the words you already have. It has gorgeous 12 by 12 printed vellum. It has ribbon, berry embellishments, and then designer series paper that's 12 by 12. And it's a specialty paper because it has the gold in it. So that is the Season of Green and Gold collection. And this is her card that she made. You can see. I'm so glad that Stampin' Up! Gave us Christmas in July, because the regular catalog doesn't have a lot of it, but you know, a lot of people like to get started extra early. So Christmas in July is perfect, and you'll find in the online exclusives, they have put, it's a lot of everything, but a lot of Christmas in there too. And then of course, when the mini catalog comes out in September, hold on to your horses. That's going to be fall, Christmas, and hopefully a little bit of New Year's too. So beautiful card, Joyce. Now this one was created by, I think this was Susan Tenzar. And again, it showcases more of the designer paper. And y'all know green is my favorite color, so I just think this collection is phenomenal. But here you have the die with the words, and then if you can see those are the embellishments. They have it more like a creamy color, and then they have the red berries. So it's actually berries, and then they have them individually too. And this, I did this, I have a video on this. This is an arrow fold card. And I've done it horizontally and vertically. So if you go to my YouTube channel where you are now, Creating with Colleen Magnus, I have a lot of creative content in two places. One is under videos, because in the beginning I did just do videos, or if I do a Facebook Live on Tina MacArthur's Creations from the Heart scrapbooking page, you know, I copy those over to YouTube, and those are under videos. And then everything I'm doing on my Wednesdays, or anytime it's a live, will be under lives. So be sure to check both places. But Susan, you did a beautiful card. Now this was from Marilyn Ann Diamond. She is another sweetheart that always, let me try to get this out of the envelope here, just always volunteers, does so much, bakes the best sourdough bread, really lots of good stuff. I got that a little there. So you have this belly band right here, and that comes off. And then her card opens like this. And it's really kind of cool. You have all these slits. So what is that, shiplap? Can you see that? It's almost like a shiplap card. Oh my goodness. We're going to be on HGTV before you know it. And then you have your designer paper and your words. And see, it even has birthday wishes for a day as great as you are. So you have that, and then she held it together with, oh, there's my hair. I know it's mine because it's gray. It's held together with clear window sheets. So really kind of cool. It's a beautiful card, Marilyn, and then you've got your belly band to go on top. So then for those of you who like Halloween, here, this was created by Chris Spano. She is another one who just demonstrates at the meetings, always has something fun to share. Have I told y'all lately I have the best team around? Honestly, I mean, wonderful people. Everybody brings something to the table, and I love that. But this here is called Potions and Spells. So it is a bundle, so it is a stamp set, and has its stamp set and dies. But a lot of really cute things, like this little broom, which is Broom the Cauldron. You know, great for your Halloween creating. So thank you, Chris. And then we have the Simply Zinnia. Now this is by Lisa Saunders, and Lisa is a sweetheart too. She has a YouTube channel, and she's trying to build her people there. So please go to Lisa. I don't want to tell you wrong. I think it's called, I don't want to say what it is because I'm not sure. Google Lisa Saunders, Saunders, on YouTube, and you will find her channel. But she created this. Now this one, just like the latte, a latte love, has been out for a little bit. But this is called Simply Zinnias. It's a whole suite and very, very popular. Very popular. See, there's her name. Go find her on YouTube. So, and I love that. Thinking of you, where there is heartache, let there be healing. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Can always use cards like that. And then we have Terry Merriman, who is in Georgia. That girl's got more energy than a body has right to. I love it. She's sweet as she can be. She actually featured one of the kits. So this is one of the cards, and it's called Your Day to Shine card kit. So it's 9 cards. You get 3 designs, 3 of each, and you can just see how stinking cute this is. And the nice thing is, for 9 cards, it's only $14. You get coordinating envelopes. And the reason being is there is no stamping to this kit. It's great. All these are already printed in like, I don't know how many different languages, bunch of languages. Pick the language you want and then make your card. Sweet and simple. Everything in one place. So thank you, Terry. Then, of course, we have the Little Latte Collection. And this, again, is what I'm creating with today. So this is from, who is this from? Lola Wrist. I must have gotten this as a swap at one of the Stampin' Up events. So very cute. And the cool thing about the Little Latte Collection, you have a bundle, beautiful designer series paper, ribbons and embellishments, swirly embellishments, and the dies cut out some of the pieces of the designer paper. So you have a coffee cup, and then you have the coffee cup on the top, and we have a die that will cut all that. So sweet card. I hope y'all are enjoying the little cards here. I hope you're enjoying this. I love to share as much inspiration as I can. And then Sarah O'Neill cased this from Amy Coenders. And I love how, you should always give credit where you find something. Because, back in the day, believe it or not, I've been a demonstrator so long, over 22 years. And back then, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have Pinterest. We didn't have any of that. So when we went to a convention or a Stampin' Up event, we used to I made probably at least 75, but there were people who made hundreds of card fronts. And then you just swap them. Everybody see you swapping, you just give them one of your cards, they give them one of yours, and that's how we got our ideas. But I love that we can all share on the internet, but you should always give credit where credit is due. So here, this was from Sarah, and again, this is the designer paper that's cut out. Same with the coffee beans, that is from the dies. And then here she put it on the inside. But love it. Don't you love that splatter? We all splatter coffee. At least I do. My husband Danny always gives me a hard time because I like my coffee all the way to the top. He likes to leave room in his. I like about 1/4 of an inch at the most at the top once I add my honey and my creamer. So who likes their coffee to the top? Who likes it to the bottom? So let me show you once again. This is Latte Love. This is what I'm using today. And then these are the dies that come with it. So you can build the French press. You can build regular coffee cups. It's really cute. I made a couple different cards with this, and daggone, I could not find them. So when I find those, I'll have to share them. But let me go ahead and show you the dimensions, and we will get creating. But I do hope you enjoyed seeing all the different cards, and do check out those online exclusives. So today, you're going to use 8.5 by 5.5 pool party. You're going to score this at 3, 6, and 7 1/4. And I'll do that in front of you and show that to you. Then you're going to take a piece of 3.5 by 8.5 inch Calypso Coral. And we're going to just score this in half at 4 1/4. I need a piece of Very Vanilla, 3 1/4 by 4 inches for the back. For the front, we're going to use 3 1/4 by 4 basic beige. And I am going to emboss this in front of you with the So Swirly folder because it's not a 3D folder. Most of the time I use a 3D folder, and when you do, you just need this gray plate that is an online exclusive. But with the So Swirly folder, it is thinner. It's like the standard thin folders. So we don't need that plate. We're just going to use 2 clear acrylic plates. Then we have 1 by 3 1/4 a Little Latte Designer Series paper. We have a 7/8 by 3 inch Very Vanilla. And then we have a 1 by 3 3/8 Calypso Coral. So take your screenshot, but I've also already taken a picture, and you can find this on my Creating with Colleen Facebook page, along with the picture of the cards and the video within the next day or 2. I always say I'm going to do it right away, then something comes up, so I'm going to show myself a little grace and a little bit of leeway there. So that's my parts. So I really am not sure what to call this card. This is how we made it back in the day. So this one is vertical and mine is horizontal, but it's the same concept. But back in the day, what we would do is we actually cut and scored it. So being a drafter, I didn't mind that. But at the same time, if there's an easier way to do it, then let's do it an easier way. So here we would put our scoring in here, and then you would cut here and then score there. So it actually, that's how it worked. Very doable, but a few more steps, and gave you that look. And you could do it the other way. But what we're doing now is we're getting the same look, but we're doing it a lot easier, because that centerpiece isn't cut out of the base piece. It is actually taped on. So a lot easier, but you know, why not? And again, just remember, if you just wanted to make it a regular card, everything we do here is here. Just take this piece, and instead of doing all the scoring, just fold it in half. Your base would be 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. So let's create. First thing I'm going to do is, for my base piece, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take my cutter. Let me see. Gwen's not really a coffee drinker, but every now and then she'll have a cup, but not all the way to the top. Just a little coffee, right, Gwen? Well, I was not a coffee drinker until my early 20s, and my husband got me hooked on like the flavored coffees. So there was this chocolate flavored coffee that was delicious, and that's how I got started. But don't worry, my parents were tea drinkers, and I still love to settle down with a nice cup of hot tea. Either one works, especially in the wintertime. Okay, so for here, I've got my 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 with my pool party, and we're going to score it this way. I am going to actually score with my lighter blade, and that is, I'm going to score at 3 inches. Good score there. Oops, let me open this up, because I think I do have to go a little longer. I'm going to do 3 inches, then I will do 6 inches, and then I'm going to do 7 1/4. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this edge, I got ahead of you, I put it at 3 inches, I score, I put it at 6 inches right here, I score, and then it's 7 1/4, all the way over. And I will score that. So now I have my score lines. So then when I fold this, I'm just going to fold this down, and I like to use my bone folder to get a good crease on this. But I can fold that down. Then I will fold this in the opposite direction, and then this back. But again, make sure, even if you have a score line, that you're even, your sides are even. So that is pretty much how you're going to score that. Now, a lot of times I would go ahead and stamp first and score it, but since I didn't, I want to show you as far as your stamping goes, because I love this little splatter. We're going to put that on the side of the card, just to give it a little bit of extra character. But since I have scored it, I really want to, if you can, stamp. This one might not be so bad, but you won't see it because it's behind. But you want to stamp on the mountain side. There's like a valley side, and then you have a mountain side. And that's the one you would want to, I'm sorry, just the opposite. All right, let me show you what I mean. Also with this, take a pad, since it is, right here, since it is definitely a photopolymer, you want to have a little bit of padding underneath that. So what I will do, and actually I probably should have, since I had my lines, here's what I'm trying to say. Now, y'all know I haven't said this in a while, but it's true. I will teach you what to do. I will teach you what not to do. But I promise to teach you something. When making this card, instead of folding it up like I did, I got kind of excited. You would go ahead and have valley sides and mountain sides. When you can try to stamp on the mountain side, because the valley side, you're not going to get that ink inside there. If you press really hard, you might get lucky. But the mountain side, you could. So let's just put some splatters in here. And I don't have to put like a lot. I can turn this around so it doesn't look too symmetrical, because I have that piece in the center. You know, when I'm doing this, that's going to cover up the center, so I don't really need any in there. And then let me put a couple more little splatters here. Turn that around. Okay. And then I can do just the opposite on this side. Also be careful. See how I have my ink on the edge there? That, when you splatter, you're going to get that. So make sure that is off. Just wipe it off and put it on your jeans. You should always stamp in dark colored pants. Y'all know that. Okay. So again, just creating a collage. And see, I did get a little bit of the block there. No worries, because I'm going to put a splatter there. You'll never know. Okay, a couple more. Let me do one here. Okay. And again, I'm coming down here to the other end, so I'm not too worried about the middle. Although I know me. That'll look naked there, so let me just put a little splatter there. All right. So I'm going to set this aside right now, but that is my card base. And let's go ahead. Do I want to stamp my pieces first? Yeah, let's stamp all our pieces first that we have. So what I have here, because I'm going to emboss that. Here we go. I have to make my little coffee cup. I don't need that at the moment. So I'm going to take the Lost Lagoon. I've got my coffee cup. And I'm going to put that there. So now that I have that, I can go ahead and let's do the die cutting. Gosh, I feel like all of a sudden I just started coming all over the place. You'll get it all when we're done. So with this, I have heard from a couple people, and I'm glad, you know, I do try to show you how to die cut and do the embossing folder instead of having everything already done. And I heard from someone last week, and it really made me feel good. She said, I had bought all this stamping stuff, and I didn't know what to do with it. She said, but by watching your videos, you showed me how to use the die cutting machine and the folders. And so that's why I feel like it's important to show those things when I can. So here's the die cutting machine. Hopefully it will help someone else too. So with the die cutting machine, you get that. You get you get a base plate, you get a thin plate for your dies, and then 2 acrylic plates. So I will... cut my coffee cup first. So I have those 2 pieces. Then I have to put down an acrylic plate. I'm going to take my cup and I will put my die on top. And then I like to take a Post-it note to make sure it's going to stay exactly where I want it. Y'all know I shared last week I was doing some watercoloring. And I did all this work on it, and then I went to die cut it, and my die slipped. Then I was back at square one. But thankfully, I was having fun with the watercoloring, so it was not a huge problem. But with this, I have my cup. I'll put that right there. And make sure you have a magnetic bowl or plate to put your die in, so you don't lose that. And then, as I was telling you, this is the So Swirly embossing folder. And it's thin. It's not a 3D folder. So I am going to take my 3 1/4 by 4 inch basic beige. And I'm going to put it in here. And there's a line if I want to get it straight, but I really don't have to because it's just a bunch of swirls. And notice how big this is. It's great. It's 6 inches wide. So whether you're making cards or scrapbooking, you can go ahead and emboss. So typically, I would tell you, you could put one plate down, one plate on the top. You don't need this plate here, you just need your base plate. So you made a sandwich and you run it through. You can definitely do that, but if it's easier, you can also put your base plate, put your folder, and then put both plates on top. And the only reason is because that's all you need is that thickness. So it doesn't matter if you made a sandwich or if you just put the two on top, it's going to emboss just fine. So I have this piece here. Alrighty. And I do have 2 more samples to show you afterwards. I can't believe I missed them, but I'm in the middle of creating, so we're going to keep on creating. So once I have this, I'm going to take that 1 by 3 1/4 designer series paper, and since this is so textured, I'm going to put this on with liquid glue. I do like liquid glue too because you can move things around. That will always save you. So I'll put that on here. I like to turn it over and make sure I'm not hanging out anywhere. And so I have this. Alrighty. So one of the things, you know, I told you we were going to take this and score it in half. This is 3 1/2 by 8 1/2. Calypso coral. I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. Just so it's in half, because this is what I'm going to be mounting that to. Okay, so put it in half. Okay, so now I can take this and glue it on the front, because this is the front, that's going to be my back. I'll put this here. All right. So let me ask you for my videos, who likes doing special folds and who likes basic cards? I've got y'all on here. Give a shout out what you prefer. Like I said, I like doing both, but I really do enjoy the special folds the most. For my coffee cup, I'm going to take, right here, I'm going to take the pecan pie. And I love it because there is a coffee swirl to go in the coffee cup. I love it when they put that in your cappuccinos. Okay, so I already have that there. So cute. And then I'm going to color this. So by coloring it, I'm just going to take my pool party. Let me see. And I'm just going to, if you have a light hand, you can definitely use the broad end. I like it because it just kind of sweeps that color in there. But if you don't, you have your smaller end. And you know that because there's a thick line and a thin line. So one tip is definitely larger than the other. But very, very light hand. So I've colored that. And then I'm going to take the dark. So let's see. Okay, so Gwen likes both. She said she enjoys the... She likes the basic, but she enjoys the fun folds. Kathy Parker, hey, Kathy Parker, she likes both. Patty likes special folds, so does Mary. Very good. And as I said, normally on Wednesday I do a special fold, but when I'm doing the lives on Tina's Facebook page, I try to keep that more basic. So this way you get a little bit of both. So here I have, I'm just going to kind of highlight a little bit of dark in there. And of course, where's my wink of Stella? And be careful when you do your wink of Stella. You're probably better off trying to do it more in the open areas. You can do it in these areas, but don't rub too much because that is a water-based ink. And anything that gets it wet, it will activate it. And you kind of get a little bit of a smear. So I have those there. And then I've already cut out little coffee beans, which are so stinking cute. And I'm going to take our marker. Our Stampin' Write markers are a lot like our blends, but the blends are alcohol based. So they do blend very well. They're non-porous. You can color your brads, you can color plastic, anything with them. But they're alcohol, so you never want to leave the tips off unless you're using it because it will dry out. So you have a broad end for that tip, then you have the small end. And then we have Marvelous markers that come in every color. They're sold in groups of 10 with the color groups, your subtles, brights, regals, and naturals. So this is pecan pie, and same thing. You got a broad end like that, and then you have the smaller end. So it's up to you. Actually, y'all know with my light hand, I do like the bigger end. So I'm just gonna come in here, goes a little quicker, and I'm just gonna bring some pecan pie into my coffee beans. Here we go. Come around. So, and don't y'all forget, I'll tell you more about it. In the month of July, it is bonus days. So for every $50 that you place, you will get a $5 coupon code to use in August. And I have a sweet deal for you to have a free class. I'll tell you about that at the end. So I have these parts here. The last thing I need to stamp is I have my 7/8 by 3 inch Very Vanilla and my 1 by, I said 3 1/8, but you just need it maybe a 1/4 inch longer. We're going to cut these into banners, so it doesn't matter quite as much. So here I will take my early espresso, and it says, "Hello there, let's catch up." And that's great. I have another dear friend that I meet. We're trying to do once a month, but sometimes that's hard. Her name is Roma, and Romy, and we meet at Panera's and have a cup of coffee and just catch up. It's only supposed to be an hour, but you know it's at least 2. But it's just fun just to be with her. So hello there, let's catch up. So I'm going to make a banner. I cut up the middle, corner to center, and that gets you pretty even right there. Because if not, if you try just doing it this way, you're going to end up without even having a banner. You'll have a nub. You don't want a nub. So I will put this on here. Now when I put it on here, I'm only going to look at the spacing, the top, the bottom, and the left. So once I have that, I will push that down. I'll get it under my eyes so I can see it a little better. I have that. And then what I'll do is I just kind of follow this line in. And by doing that, let me trim that just a little bit more. Here we go. I have my banner. So I think I have all my parts to put this together. So what I will do is, for this here, I do want this to pop up. So I'm just going to take my dimensionals and I'll put this at the top. And again, remember, I don't push anything down until it's where I want it. And I am going flush on the side. I'm going to take my cup. And with my cup, I'll put some dimensionals on there. There we go. Like so. And then I can just kind of put my coffee cup over here. And I do kind of like to have it off the side a little bit. Yeah, looks good enough to me. For my little coffee beans, we'll put one. I think I want a flat one down here. And then I can just take a mini dimensional and put this on the top, like so. So there I have that. For the back side, I already stamped my little coffee beans. And I can just put that on the back. All right. So to go ahead and assemble this card, what I like to do is I did use dimensionals on the front, and then I can tape it on the back. The front is what's most important. So what I will do, let me see. I will take the dimensionals, and y'all know you have to use this whole thing, right? Just because you use all those cute little octagon pieces in the middle, all these are great too. So just give a little bit of a snip around, Because I actually have met people who did not know that and were throwing it out. I was like, no, 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 no. I am a thrifty stamper. I want you to use everything that you have. So I can put these right here. And I will pull my little pieces off. Okay. So when I put this down, I can do it one of two ways. I can do it open like this, which is probably easiest. I just kind of center it up from left to right, like that. And look, y'all know me. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. Like this, and then what I'll do is, you can actually use your Stampin' Seal because it's really strong, but Stampin' Up! Also has the Stampin' Seal Plus. And this is a tape that actually when you come across, it is actually, I don't know if you can see that, like little bitty pieces. It's really, really strong. So this is good for something really strong you want to hold if you didn't want to use the liquid tape. So for this, I will just fold it, you know, that's my fold. I know it has to go in the back. And the good thing is sometimes it's flush, sometimes it's not, but at least it's always flat like that. So that's your card. And what I was going to say is, you know, it drives me nuts that that's too much there. So let me grab my Pool Party and my splatter and put one more in there. Just even a little part of one. There. And I will like that so much better. So that is a card, and then for your embellishment, here we have the adhesive backed swirl dots, and I don't know if you can see that, but they're all swirly, like this especially. They're beautiful. So I'm just going to take one, I think I'll do the dark one because that'll pick up all the dark in my card, and put it on here. And that is your special fold. So let me see, like that. And remember, it can be like this, or you can just fold it in half and have your card like that. So as I was telling you, two things. I'll tell you about this first. We did have two more samples. Sarah O'Neill made these. These are little coffee cups, and she did this from this bundle, the Latte Love. And I don't think she did this part here, but look how cute that is. That's the designer paper. And inside, I haven't tried one, I cannot wait. Werther's Original, that's coffee. So I definitely want to try that. I know they have a, oh my goodness, a toffee one. It's phenomenal. So that was stinking cute. And then Lenore, this here, I saw this and I was like, oh, what would you do with that? Page 67, this is called Tune In Stamp Set and Dies. It's a tune-in bundle, and anybody who remembers the 50s, I wasn't born then, but I do remember them. It's an old-fashioned TV with your antenna. And she, I'm not sure where she got this from someone online, and she made a box. I apologize, I can't remember who it was. But this actually comes out with the box, and it's a TV, and she put Hershey's Kisses in there. And it was so adorable. And what this made me think of was, we went to Disney World, Danny and I, and there was a place, it was a restaurant called the 50s Primetime Cafe. And it was so much fun. We were waiting to get in there. First of all, everything was like the 50s. It even had all the TVs in there. And of course, I Love Lucy was on every channel. And so we're waiting, and the guy comes out and he's like, Magnus kids, your table's ready. Come on, where have you been? And, you know, so of course we jump up. He's just so playful. And when he's taking us to our table, and he asked me, he goes, did you wash your hands? And I was like, yes. And I just came from the bathroom. And he goes, what color was the soap? And we were cracking up. Thank God I could tell him what color the soap was. I really had washed my hands. And then we sat down, and I ordered a glass of water with lemon. And Danny got a sweet iced tea. And he brought Danny back 3 glasses of iced tea and put it in front of him. He said, I know how you Southern people are. He said, you're going to be running my legs ragged, back and forth, keeping to refill this tea. He said, so you just take it all now. And it was so much fun. So lots of good things from the 50s. Dick Van Dyke, I Love Lucy, so many great shows. But that's where this little TV takes me back. So lots and lots of fun. Now don't forget that again, July is bonus days. You can go to creatingwithcolleen.com to do your shopping, and you can use this host code if your order is under $150 or more. If not, if it's $150, you are going to earn hostess benefits, 10% of your merchandise back in free merchandise. So that is awesome. And you also, for every $50 you spend, you get a $5 bonus coupon to use in August. And I also shared, I have a video for the expressions of kindness. And basically, this was a stamp set that was absolutely gorgeous. And then what I did is I took, this is what the kit looks like. And this is in the online exclusives. Then I took a card base and an envelope, and I created 5 other cards. So when you place a minimum $50 order in the month of July, I'm going to make a PDF, and I will send you the PDF to show you how to make these cards. So in essence, if you have I think four of these cards that you can make, I can take this card base in the envelope and show you how to make 5. So that's like 20 cards right there. So don't forget that. But most of all, thank you for being here today. I hope you will subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please like and share. Click the button. So share me with your friends. The more the merrier in the stamp room. I have always believed that. So thank you all for being here. Let me check my comments one last time. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Gwen. Mary, the box, Brenda. Mary, do you know who made the box? It wasn't Brenda. I'll try to get that name for you because, again, I like giving credit where credit is due. But I'm sure if you Google this on YouTube, again, the stamp set is Tune In. Let me see. Yeah, Tune In. If you Google that, I'm sure you would come across it in YouTube. But just love that. Lenore, that was one of the things you demonstrated at the meeting. So thank you all for being here. And I hope you have a blessed day. Hope you have a blessed week. I will be back with you again next Wednesday as we create something different. And stay cool out there. Air conditioning works great in the stamp room. So anyways, love you all. And I will see you again next week. Take care now. Bye-bye.